I have a question that's kind of Sebastian going missing related, if you don't mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, so I went and compared the TBI posters of other missing children, and they're all pretty specific. Like this person went or this child went missing from his residence on this day. This person went missing and was seen in this car on that day. Sebastian says went missing in the area of Stafford Court on February 26th. Does that mean anything to you? Does that do you or can you say because it's a little confusing. Do you know any information that you could share about that?
Honestly, we didn't even know that the FBI was releasing that
No, the
until
TBI, the TBI.
or
I'm sorry.
TV.
That
Well, honestly, like we don't anything that they like put together. We are not privy to,
okay.
so we wouldn't know what they're putting out until they either call us and say, "Hey, X, Y, and Z," and it's normally when that happens, it's like, "Hey, within a few moments or an hour or so." So normally when the information comes out as you're finding out, we're finding out too.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know.
So we don't know if that means anything. We don't know, right? Is what we're saying. We don't know if that means anything. But it is perplexing because in the area of Stafford Court has always been kind of like, did somebody see him? Yeah, did somebody see him?
Well,
So
it
okay.
keeps saying there's been no sightings. But speaking
Well,
of new
But hold
updates,
on. So there's been no sightings by people, but is there somewhere footage that does see him? And I want to piggyback off of what you were saying there, Body. Compare the flyers from like the FBI with other kids, and it says, like we did one the other day, Truth had brought up this girl and we looked at the flyer and it was very specific, like the whereabouts of her, or like basically the reward was for like any information on the whereabouts or the prosecution of those responsible for her disappearance. And if you read Sebastian's, it literally only says the whereabouts.
right?
I don't have an answer for that because we don't we don't know what they put on the posters. We're not privy to that. We don't know why they put whatever they put on those posters. We don't.
Now, are you
Sorry,
aware
buddy.
that they have recently announced that this is a criminal investigation? Do you know if that's true?
So a while back, a long time ago, I think somebody made a FOIA request to their legal department. Their legal department released something, and then they had to go back and redact it because they said a criminal investigation. And I believe somewhere along the lines, either a reporter or somebody had to do a redaction, and so it's an active investigation. Still to
Well,
this day, that's all we know.
Authorities say they will not rule out foul play, but they will not say that there is a criminal investigation into the Sebastian Rogers case. Why not? Well, I talked to District Attorney Ray Whitley about what it might take to perhaps make an arrest. Sebastian disappeared from his Hendersonville home more than 6 weeks ago. Since then, professionals and volunteers searching for the 15-year-old have found nothing, no trace. Have you found evidence of Sebastian yourself when you've been out there?
No.
So how does a teen with autism walking from a home barefoot in the middle of the night just with a flashlight disappear? Experts say children rarely simply vanish completely on their own. Could others be involved in Sebastian's case?
We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
Though they certainly do have theories, so what would it take to call this now a criminal investigation? General Whitley tells me there has to be something, physical evidence, blood, Sebastian's clothing, a flashlight, or security video, or an eyewitness implicating someone. But at this point, the simple fact is there's nothing. But that's not to say that can't change, and General Whitley says he stays in contact with authorities, ready to prosecute if it does. Sumner County EMA Director Ken Widener says his crews are on call 24/7, ready to go when investigators contact them with new leads on potential evidence.
And anytime the Sheriff's Office indicates or TBI indicates where you've got an area of interest that we need to search, we're ready to go.
You can see the sophisticated mapping system showing the ground they've covered. Sadly, to date, no confirmed sightings and no indication whatsoever of what happened to Sebastian. Authorities still assume that Sebastian is alive and that he will be found safe. If that's not the case, then his body must be found. Without it or any other physical evidence, we may never know what happened to the teen.